Floppy books are the best. And I want to vlog the entire experience. A lot of reading vlogs of different books this month, guys. I literally just kissed my board. That's great. How am I doing on synopsises today? A solid 1, I would say. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise of Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to a new video. Today it is once again time for my Game of the Books TBR, and this time we're going into March. Can we believe that we're already heading into the 3rd month of the year? Because I sure can't. But we are going into the 3rd month of the year, so it's time to start rolling again. So as for books that I really have to get on this TBR, there is one which is Raybearer. That is the monthly book club book for the Enchanted book club. That was a mouthful. Basically it's the book we're reading during the month of March for the Enchanted book club, and other than that I'm quite free. I will try and get as many, if not all, books into my GREEKGODATHON TBR. I think that should already be out by the time you're seeing this, but I'm not sure how they will be uploaded, but that one is either coming or already there. So as usual, we will be using my regular board. We have multiple colors. Some of them stand for prompts, then the blue, basically the green and the orange are typical prompts. I literally just kissed my board. That's great. Then I have blue, which is my physical TBR. We have yellow, which is one of your recommendations. And then we have purple, which is wildcard. So I don't think I have to explain that much. Let's just get into roll number 1. Hello and welcome to a new round of Game of the Books. So this month is going to be difficult because I also have GREEKGODATHON to think about. Let's hope these actually somewhat coincide. Ooh, sorry. I hid my tripod. Green is something about the book. Same goes for orange. These two all have to do with aspects of the book, both physical and content-wise. Blue is something on my physical TBR. Yellow is a recommendation from you. And then we have the wild card. So let's hope I get a lot of wild cards this month. Let me guess, probably not. Let's just start with roll number 1. 3. Can we focus? There we go. 3 is a blue, so that means a physical TBR. A new purchase. Can we focus? Thank you. All right, that would work. That could work. That's fine. All right, first card, first roll is a new purchase. So a book that I've recently acquired, and I think this is literally the book that I've last received or bought myself, and that is a book that I'm gonna make a reading vlog for, because this is gonna be a new experience and I want to vlog the entire experience, so there will be a reading vlog on this book. This is my very first Colleen Hoover book, and that is none other than Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. From what I've seen, mostly on Book Talk and read snippets of, this is, I might be completely wrong, I'm not going to look at the synopsis, but this is about, I think, a pilot and a woman who, I'm not sure if she's also a pilot, but there is definitely some type of flying involved and probably just saying goodbye from time to time. I have no clue. Quite honestly, I have no clue. So yeah, I do know that this is a floppy book, and floppy books are just awesome. Floppy books are the best. So there's that. This is my first book. I am excited. Quite honestly, I'm really excited. So let's see what I think of this. Is this just me actually putting a romance book on my TBR? I mean, it is. Let's see if I can actually stick to it. Let's move on to roll number 2. Roll number 2 is 8. Let's see. 11. Meaning we have one of your favorites or your recommendations for fantasy. I'm forcing myself into the fantasy again, I see. Alright, that's roll number 2. Alright, so next up we had a yellow, and yellow means that I have to read one of your recommendations. This is a recommendation that I've gotten a lot, especially lately because I've been reading a lot of romance, and I've been also wanting to dip into the romance fantasy kind of thing, and this is a book that I also want to make a reading vlog on. A lot of reading vlogs of different books this month, guys. And this is a book that I've heard so many people talk about. It is so popular and a lot of people have recommended this to me, and that's none other than From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book is a beast. It's a literal beast. I think, let me see, about 610 pages. So it's also a really heavy book. It's a really heavy book, and I mean, I own the first 3 books in this series, so I definitely have to pick it up. From what I know, at least from what I've seen, it has vampires. I really don't know. I really don't know anything about this, quite honestly. I think it has vampires. It does, right? I just read the back and I'm still no inch closer to figuring out what this is about. The only thing I know is that there's it's spicy and there's a romance in here, and then there's kingdoms fighting for things, and it says something about immortals, so I'm pretty sure they're like mortals and immortals, so I'm pretty sure there's some type of, I don't know, paranormal being in here. Who knows? Anyway, I hope I will be reading it this month, and like I said, I do really want to make a reading vlog on this because of how huge it is. So that is book number 2. How am I doing on synopsises today? A solid 1, I would say. Do you know that TikTok sound of going like, if I could, I can't give you a 0, so instead I'm giving you a 1. That's me right now with synopsises. Anyway, roll number 3. Roll number 3. Let's just... That's a solid 15. Didn't even roll, did it? Alright, the bell's going. I'll be right back. But it's 15. Small intermission, but we're back. We still have to do 15, so let's do that. It's a wild card! Our third one is a wild card. That is so nice. That is so nice. I needed that. Alright. Roll number 3 was a wild card, and for this one I am gonna put this book in lightly because this is a book that I really want to read and should have read in February. At the point I'm filming this right now, I have not yet read it. Whoa, it's getting really bright out. Anyway, I might still read it, so if I don't read this one, I'll probably read its sequel, and that's Jade City by Fonda Lee. The only thing I know about this is that it has something to do with drugs, I think. Something about like drug-induced stuff. Yeah. Something with fighting over things. I'm really bad at synopsises today. Let me just check it out. It's literally about Jade. I should have known that, considering it's called Jade City. I'm an idiot. I'm really an idiot. But there is... Oh! Yes, when a powerful new drug emerges. I'm not completely stupid. I just like going into fantasy books not knowing too much, and considering the amount of praise this one has gotten lately, I'm just really excited for it. I got this for my birthday from Femke actually, and I don't know, I just really want to read it. So I'm gonna push myself to read this every single month up until the point I do, and then I'll probably be doing the same thing with the sequel. But I hope maybe I will have finished it by the end of February, which is questionable. If I haven't, I will try and read it in March. So yeah, there's that one. There's also currently a read-along hosted for this one, and I should have read the first book already. I mean, I'm not a host, so it's not that problematic, but I would have wanted to. But alas, I have not yet read it, so I'm gonna push myself to do so. Let's just move on to the next roll. We're moving on to roll number 4. 11. Can we focus? 11. There we go. Green. Green is a blue cover. Alright. I think that could work. I hope. So roll number 4 was a green, and that was a blue cover, and I've now realized that I've already put Ugly Love on here, so I had to dig around for another blue cover. And this is actually a book that I once again was urged to buy because of TikTok, book talk mostly. And it is basically, I really have no idea what this is about, quite honestly. I'm not even gonna read the synopsis. I'm really doing badly with synopsises because with the last book, just as much, no clue. But this is a book that I mostly bought because they told me it was spicy, and it's fantasy spicy. So, Bridge Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen. I also have the sequel to this, and I will check out. Something about a spy in marriage. She infiltrates her new home. That sounds really cool. I knew it sounded cool because otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, but I've noticed myself influenced buying a lot of books lately. This is one of them. I also got the sequel, and weirdly enough I think the third one is only available in audio, which I have no clue, but yeah. I will be reading this one in the month of March. I feel like my TBR is not really fleshed out in the sense that I don't know what a lot of these books are about, but this is, I also feel like this one, it's a floppy book, which is really nice, and 2, I have the feeling that this one will be a little bit easier to get into. So it's, from what I've gathered, about a girl who is supposed to marry the ruler or prince of a different kingdom, and she wants to bring this kingdom to its knees. Really interested because of the promise of it being a little bit of a spicy book, and I like spicy books. I really love the cover as well. It's really original, I think. I really like it. I think it's also a little bit older from what I've heard. Does it? Ooh, look how pretty the inside is. That is so pretty. I like that. Let me see. Can I find that somewhere? I think this was published a little bit. It was published in 2018, so it's a couple years old, which is nice for my backlog books. So yeah, that one. That leaves us with one more roll. I am so sorry I don't know that much about the books I'm reading. I'm going in with a blank slate and with an empty mind, I suppose. My head is very empty at the moment, it's fine. So, the final roll. Alright, moving on to our final roll, which is, focus, 18. Alright. Another green. A short title. Okay, short title works. That's okay. So the final card is another green, and that is short title. If you have paid attention to the book I have to read this month, you know that that is a short title. I'm so happy that this fits because I have to read this book, and that is Raybearer by Jordan Ifweko. So with this one, I know a little bit more about this one. So basically we follow a main protagonist called Terazai, and she has been raised by someone called the Lady, and she is under this curse to have to kill the prince of this country, which is, from what I've gathered, not something that she wants to do. So when basically what it says is, when Terazai comes of age, the Lady sends her to the capital of the global empire of Aritsar to be chosen as one of the Crown Prince's Council of 11. If she's picked, she'll be joined with the other council members through the Ray, a bond deeper than blood. But the Lady has other ideas, including a magical wish that Terazai is compelled to obey, kill the Crown Prince once she gains his trust. I'm really excited how the entire betrayal thing will pan out in this one. Also, I think this was this one. They have the most beautiful, beautiful chapter headers. I love that. That's absolutely stunning. And I'm really excited to see what my fellow hosts will think about this one. I'm just really, really excited. So that is my final book. So let me hold up the 5 books I have here. So I have Ugly Love, From Blood and Ash, Jade City, The Bridge Kingdom, and Raybearer. Again, Jade City is questionable because depending on whether I finish it or not in February. But it's a hefty TBR. I think it's doable. We'll see if I can actually get my fantasy mojo back because I've been reading mostly romance books in February. But it's an interesting TBR and I'm quite excited to be reading these. I feel like I found a nice balance between them, especially because I feel like I've read so much romance in February. Now I can kind of read fantasy romance, so I think that will be a nice sort of leap for me. And that is actually everything that I wanted to talk about. If you haven't seen my GREEKGODATHON announcement or TBR, I will link those down below. I think the TBR is already here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press that little bell icon so you get post notifications every single time that we post a video. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!